And Zartonic is such a... It's a very familiar sounding name. I would have to check what else they made, because I'm pretty sure they did some stuff I've listened to. Anyway, hi! Hello! Salutations! It is I! Wow! And it's been forever since I've drawn anything on stream. And since now I have my new tablet, which costs an arm and a leg, but let's not talk about that. I mean, no, it's an XP pen, so it's always a lot cheaper in price, not in quality. It's good quality, I would like to say. But anyway, hi! Hello Corbo! Hello Victor Gaming! Welcome in! Today, I'm going to be making another one of these cute little things I'm holding. I'm going to make another one. And also probably doing some maintenance, like in my OBS scenes and stuff. Sorry you missed so many streams. Don't worry. Life happens. And I've always got like my VODs on YouTube if necessary, if you really want to catch up, but don't worry, it's not a job. Also, hello, Pop and Candy. Yeah, my setup is a little weird, so I need to find a way to get the chat bigger than that. It's a little far away with my tablet in between. You've been busy? Ah. Well, it happens. Life gets in the way sometimes.
Poppy
Who's this
McCandy
plushie?
wants to know who's in your arms right now.
That's an excellent question. Well, whoops, I clicked on my... This little plushie right here is the lovely Tallystales. Let me shout her out. Tallystales. Hopefully I wrote it down correctly.
Yeah,
yes, I did!
More pets.
Thank you for the pets! But yeah, she does TTRPGs and art and Beat Saber also. She's amazing at Beat Saber. That's pretty impressive. But yeah, today I will be making another plushie of another person I know. I've got 2 so far, and a third plushie technically, but that's, you know, that's the good old Sonado. Why is it so warm in this room? It's 20 degrees in this room. I didn't put the heat on, it just happened. Yeah, she hit 1k yesterday also. So if you want to congratulate her on it and stuff, feel free to give her a follow. She's a very sweet gal. I stumbled on the end of that sentence. Alright, Victor Gaming, thank you for dropping by. Alright, let me go to the right scene. And you will see behind the scenes stuff. Also, why is Fetchly open? I'm streaming, I don't want to have my screen.
Meow.
Yay!
More pets.
Thank you for the pets. It feels like my TTS is really quiet. For some reason. Tez, are you feeling alright? Why are you so quiet? I mean, it might just be my setup. And also because I had all his shadow in my ears, and that's a pretty loud song. You know, take this at maximum volume. All is well. Alright, I was going to say, let's switch. And you will see my decapitated body. This is where the magic happens. Right here. Let's see. Let's put the arms on transparent as well. But I guess I can show you all the plushies. Oh, those are my old Sonic and Shadow plushies. The new ones are so cute. Oops. The Stally, of course. And Birch. And today. I'm going to do. The suspense is killing you, most likely. Let me open up my reference and you will know exactly what I'm doing today. Today, Harvey Boobs, the one and only. I also need to go pick up some screenshots from her recent streams.
Meow. More pets.
Yay, thank you for the pets. Because she does have an... Whoops. She does have an updated design. Harvey Boobs _ Alright, nice. I typed it correctly. It's always... I never know if I write down usernames correctly. I mean, might as well shout her out as well. Shout out Harry Boops. This is who we will be drawing today. Let me pick up her new design. Where is it? But yeah, hello non-binary cat dad. I'm not sure I greeted you, but just in case, if I did it twice, well, I did it twice. We will be making a plushie of Ari. And I also need to change the color of my name and pronouns text, because it's too... you can't see it very well. There's her new design. Look at that mane, look at that amazing mane. I'm going to keep my references to the side. Maybe more difficult on mobile, so yeah, it's too close to the other blue behind it. Let me change that. At first I wanted to give it an outline, but look what the outline does on OBS. Look at this. It's very wonky. I might just make it black, let's be honest. We are making plushy boobs. Yes, plushy boobs. So as you can see, it's been a while, but we've got the bongo cats back. I've decided I will keep them on art streams and hide them on games. You heard boobs? Well, sadly no boobs today, just boops. Welcome in multi. Okay, let me... I mean, I think I guess I just... Let's put a darker blue. Yeah, that's better. You can read it. That's a lot better. Oh, I thought I forgot something. I forgot my little shortcuts remote. Things are going to be a lot easier with it. Look at that, man. I really like Ari's new design. You're at work, Sally? Ah, thank you for dropping by as always. When the entity mishears your summoning ritual. I'm hydrating. Yeah, why is my music so loud? I think that's the thing. It's loud in my ears, but not in yours. Yeah, I know it's at 20. It's at 20.
Meow. More pets.
Hydrate, posture check, and keep your passion, and have fun with boobs. Thank you. And thank you, Kobo, for the pets. Right. Let's start the sketch. Let's see. So if you haven't been here in one of my art streams before, what I like to do is I use a very... Hold up. Hello? Why is it not help? What's happening? No! Let me mess up with my settings real quick. Hold on. Okay, that works. I want to check the pressure. Okay, no. Of course, things can't just work the first time around. It's me. Alright. And now it works again. There we go. Alright, so I was going to say, what I do when I sketch is that I use this type of brush that has no pressure. That way I can figure out shapes and stuff more precisely. It looks worse than if I use a regular sketching brush, but it's a lot more precise, so it makes lining a lot easier down the line. What's the size? Yep. I'm not used to drawing dragons, so this is going to be a little bit of a challenge. It's mostly the snout. That's fine. Start with the basic shape. It's going to look goofy at first, but that's fine. Okay, I have to be mindful of the arms also. Because the plushie has to stay behind them. Oops. And the Sonic Rush OST just does not miss. Big ears. Big fluffy ears. Kind of, the inside kind of looks like clouds. I like that. Okay, let's get the face back. Where is it? Okay, it's here. Biblically accurate Amki. Beautiful. I think with the layering, the face will always go in front of the plushie, but I'm not sure 100%. I can't remember where I put it. I mean, I could just check. What am I saying? I've got it right here. Let's see, let's see. Yeah, the face is above the plushie. The face is above the plushie, so it's fine. Man, that mane is amazing. Let me flip. Look at this. Okay, I'm going to have to to make it slightly smaller so it fits. Well, I need to keep my chat here. That will be easier to read. And keep that here. There we go. I want to give the main justice, but I also need to make sure it fits. This little part will be behind the arms, but that's fine. Let's see the body. How long do I make the bodies usually? Pretty short. Yeah, I want to stay consistent as well. How long is the tail? How long is the tail? And hopefully this year I will be able to make plushies a little faster. Because I've kind of been slacking off. There's a bunch of people I want to turn into plushies. Always make sure to save. Alright, the pose. I need to see the pose as well. Some nice little clothes. I do like me some nice little clothes. I do need to remove some details eventually. Because it is a plushie. Maybe by making the eyes a little bigger as well. Not by too much either, but... Alright, let's see. I've got multiple outfit options here. I do like the red shirt. Very flowy. Maybe for a plushie it would be better the dress shirt. Because the flowy shirt would add too much detail, possibly. Going to make the hands a little lower. It's funny because most of it will be hidden behind my arms anyway, but I like drawing them in their entirety. So I can move them around and also I can give them to the people I've plushified. So they can have also a little plushie of themselves they can display however they want. Look at that cute little face. So while I line her, I'm going to remove what's behind it so I can see what I'm doing. Hold on, I'm going to put back. Yeah, 60 should be enough. I keep pressing the wrong button, that's why I'm flipping. I might need to make 40, maybe 40. That's probably a little better, at least for the eyes. Big old eyes. Then I see the smile, of course. I'm going to make the mane a little fluffier since it's a plushie.
Drink up.
You got it! Hello, saying ugly. I still think that's an amazing username. There we go. I took a little sippy. I've got so much shit on my desk. I really need to find a solution to this, but it's it's a little bigger than the one I had before, but it's still a bit too small. But it is what it is. Saving. There we go. I do like the swirls in her new design. Like, you can't see it very well in my screenshot because it's a screenshot, but she's got these little swirls in her ears. Very fluffy. I like Reach for the Stars. I like it a lot. But I can't help but notice every time I listen to it that for some reason the drumming is so loud. And like, don't get me wrong, I like a good drumming. But in some places of the song you can hear it so strongly compared to the voice and the other instruments. Drums should take up 99% of the audio, yes, yes. I mean, they really put the drummer on under the spotlight, that's for sure. Well, it's not necessarily a bad thing, though. But it does catch it catches my attention. I don't know if anyone else really paid attention that much, but sometimes I notice the smallest stuff. I always have to fight myself to not add more details to these things. Especially when there's like fluff involved, because I do like my fluff. Have you seen my hair? This is simple. I could make it a lot more detailed, but I want to stay consistent. I wouldn't even know what kind of command that would be. Sometimes less is more. Yes, it is. Especially when you're trying to make a cute thing. Usually cute things work better when they have less detail. That's how chibi characters work. They're very simplified versions of, well, human and humanoid characters. You forgot today's Friday. You forgot. No, Sonic Colors did not have much of a story, but it had very nice music. But it's very obvious it was from an era that tried to make itself more marketable by playing it extremely safe. Drummer person going ham. Yes. Yeah, the drummer is going all out in this song. I can respect that. Oh, hi, Sonic Heroes. Nice. These days, I've been feeling like playing Sonic Heroes again. But I've played that game so many times. And I already did a playthrough on this channel. I just want to play it again. This game haunts my brain. I can hear a single sound effect and I will be like, Sonic Heroes! I guess the thing down here, I guess it's a... Does it count as a bird? Like a birded dragon? I mean, she is a dragon. Very fluffy. Very cuddly. You only played it as a kid when I relive some memories. Oh, I love this game. See, the thing is, when I was a kid, I only had like 4 something games because we were poor, so that's all we had. And I played Sonic Heroes and Phantasy Star Online Episode 3 so much. And Super Mario Sunshine also. But I probably won't be playing any Nintendo game on this channel. Because I don't have a capture card, so I would have to do it via emulation, and you know how Nintendo is with emulation. But yeah, Sonic Heroes, I've played it so many times. And I only finished it for the first time this year. Well, last year, technically. I can't remember when it was. Oh, I think it was the day before my birthday. It was on the 16th of July. I remember now. And I thought it was very funny that the first time I've ever finished a game, it was the day before my birthday. You can only remember that you were trash at that game. To be fair, Sonic Heroes has interesting physics. And like, after a while you learn to work with them. But it's very easy to slip off and fall into the void. Like, there's a reason I never finished the game despite having it for over a decade. Until this year, last year. Yeah, I'm still in 2025 here. Yeah, but yeah, it's a surprisingly difficult game, especially when you have to look for the Chaos Emeralds. Like, I love Sonic Heroes, I will defend it to the death. But the only thing I can't defend is the special stages. They are horrible. You think you never skip the intro song, which was a banger. It really is. Sonic Heroes. It really stays in the head. Fluffy little dragon bird. Do I draw the claws actually? Maybe I make them smaller for the plushie, since those are tiny little hands. See, the fun thing about plushifying all those people is that they all have unique designs. And some of them make me go outside of my comfort zone, and I get to learn new ways to draw stuff. I really like that. That's fun. That's a fun part of this whole thing. See, small little claws. Those are kind of cute, I'm not gonna lie. Like, should I say that about my own art? Well, actually, yes. You need to be your biggest supporter. Because it's very easy to be your biggest critic. But like, if you're making anything really, you need to be both your biggest critic and your biggest supporter. I think that's the best way to enjoy your craft while also getting better at it. Hope co-enjoyer. Like, life's been really tough lately. For a lot of people, not just me. So I'm trying to do my best to stay positive as much as I can. In all the areas I can control, at least. Like, obviously I can't like solve world hunger by myself or anything. But I can at least try to make it easier for me and others in their daily life, in the small things. That meme. I really love that meme. Like, whenever Ari comes in. She'll probably drop by at some point. She usually drops by on the Friday streams. And most of the streams already, she's always there. But that's an amazing main. Like, it was already nice before, don't get me wrong. But the one here, the new one, look at this. Look at that fabulous mane with the big curl. Little closies. Yeah, I've got very specific pressure settings because of how I hold my stylus and how I like my lives to look, so it's very sensitive to pressure, so sometimes I got a big thing like this. Let's make this hand a little wider and move the claw here, because this is the thumb. And sharpen that. And I finally got that job interview on the coming Wednesday. And I'm so anxious about it. I've never had a job interview before. It's usually, I usually just get an email that says, sorry, you're not good enough, try again. In more polite terms, but that's pretty much what it is. I technically got one interview before, but that was not for a job, that was to get in their recruitment pool. So it wasn't exactly the same kind of questions. I should probably... Hold on, now that I've got the bongo cats. Let me pick up... Oh... I do not have the... No! I wanted to share the lobby code, but Bongo Cat has been a little wonky lately with those private lobbies. And no matter what we do, we try to make it not private, and yet it stays private, so... Okay, I've got one code here, I hope it's the right one. And I'm not the lobby owner right now, so I can't even change the setting. But somehow, I disabled private lobbies in my settings, right? What? It's private again. I disabled it just yesterday. You know, see, I can't reveal the code. I hope they fix that real quick. So I hope the code I put in chat is the correct one. And if not, well, at least you've got a few cats to enjoy, even if you can't join. Oh boy. I mean, I get the appeal of private lobbies, I just don't think it was very well implemented. Okay, let's remove some detail, but keep it fluffy. I did keep the big loop there because I really like that. It's a little treat from me to me. Oh, she has eyebrows though, I didn't notice immediately. I might not have... I mean, I can make them small. There we go. Yeah, because in her previous model, the fringe was going down. Saving. And so instead of having big claws here, I will be making small ones. Little posies. I do like me little posies. And a big tail. Look at this big tail. Yeah, so there's some fur at the base of the tail. Hold up, there's some on the feet as well. Right, so yeah, about the ankles. But look at that fluffy tail. Let's make the lines a little thicker here. I'm going to pick a smaller brush. Is 20 good? Yeah, 20 is good. For the details of the shirt. Aquaforest has such a nice soundtrack. Also, I've seen a lot of people theorize that some of the original tracks in Crossroads might be from a future Sonic game. Which would be very interesting, because we've got some interesting maps there. We've got Aquaforest, we've got I forgot the name. But yeah, we've got a few. Steampunk City, I think that was the name. Sorry, I was thinking about the name of the map. Steampunk City. I'm pretty excited to see what they come up with. And some people are a little wary about the possible new game, but honestly I'm just excited. Like, all the recent games have been amazing. Like, you've got Shadow Generations, top tier. Crossroads, top tier. Even before all that, Frontiers was great. It just suffered a bit from not enough time to cook, basically. And that didn't stop it from being an amazing game. Like, anyone who disagrees can fight me on that. Let's see. Do I put in the text as well? I could put in the text as well. Man, that's a banger remix if I've ever heard one. I've never played Sonic R. What's the deal with Sonic Forces, by the way? Yeah, that was another... I think in that one, it was less they didn't have time and more like they weren't allowed to cook. Because you can clearly tell that they wanted to go a little deeper with what they had. But it feels like there was a lot of meddling later down the line to make it more marketable. Which is sad. I mean, at least it was fun gameplay-wise. And I like what they tried to do with the story. It just, everything went way too fast because they just weren't allowed to, I think. I think it was a problem with meddling. Corporate meddling. Now that we have we had Supersonic Racing playing, I can't help but wonder what the hell was up with Seaside Hill in Sonic Racing Crossroads. That they put Supersonic Racing on it instead of Seaside Hill's theme. I wonder if it was like a licensing issue. Because I know that they have a similar problem with Green Hill. They often use different music because of licensing issues. I love how I said I wouldn't put in too many details and then I, I wrote every single letter on the shirt. That's how I do things. That's how I am. Looks like I've got everything. Reverse. Look at this little dragon. Still in black and white, but we will fix that. First I'm going to save and then stretch out my neck because I have to look down on this tablet. Big stretch. Well, I made it a little drinky as well. I've got another one actually that Harry gave me a while back with her color scheme. Let me pull that up. Oh, I already pulled it up, I'm stupid. No, just distracted. Bonk. Just a little distracted, that's fine. That way I can pick the colors directly. Let's start with everything that is blue. This song was Seattle's #1 song on Spotify on 2023. The Wyvern theme? I mean, it's nice enough, but I wouldn't have it as my #1. Also, hello, Snack. You're not really sure why. So the middle of the face here is dark blue. Like this. Stops just above the snout. The snoot. Snoot. I think it's a snoot actually, it's not a snout. What the fuck am I saying? What the fuck is a snout? I need to boop the snoot. Yeah, I think it is a snoot. I don't know why I was saying snout earlier. English. English is a made-up language. So real, so real. Oh, I haven't opened Rumble yet. Should probably check it out. Yeah, slightly more like this. Voltwa in Rumble would be amazing. Like maybe as some sort of creator collab. I would love that. Is there any other spot where the blue is darker? No. Alright, and then we've got the whites. So the whites of the eyes, the little claws. You bought more snacks, but you kept them downstairs so you don't have such ease of access. No! This is indeed Stellarblade. This is entirely your fault, by the way. I haven't played the game yet. But because you play it so often on your streams, I'm like, oh, this OST is amazing, actually. Yeah. I heard that one a lot during when you were training for the speedrun. And then I listened to the rest of the OST and was like, oh, this slaps. Entropy and Belial are your favorites. Nice. I'm missing a claw. Oh, there it is. Well, and Hypertube, obviously. Duh. Yes. Yeah, Hypertube is amazing as well. Oh. This is fuzzy. This is fuzzy. Sharpen that. Yeah, it really does. Volt was not there. Volt was there not just to save Shadow, but to have a good time as well. That's the spirit. And then we've got the eyes. The eyes are purple. Yeah, 11 hours. You were streaming all day pretty much. I would not survive that long. But yeah, hopefully all that training will have paid off. So I know this is an older reference she gave me. I don't know, something about this angle is really cute. It's a really cute angle. You can really boop the snoot there. Maybe one day if I'm bored enough I will learn how to speedrun like one game maybe. Yeah, that's actually Harry Boops. I'm making multiple people into plushies for my model to hold. Like right now I'm holding Tally's Tails. I've also got Birch Twigs. And here I'm drawing Harry Boops. You could totally. I just have the mental image of like squishing her like the emotes you just sent. Squish, big squish. You should be on the lurk. Thank you for lurking away. You know, the only thing that's a bit sad about this technically being a PNGTuber that just follows my mouse is that you can't see how much I bop around whenever there's music or anything really going on. But also I don't know if I would go all the way to getting a total VTuber because I don't think I would be able to fully take advantage of the technology because I don't emote much. Like my facial expressions are pretty limited. And I think it's you can probably hear it. It's been getting better, but my voice is also pretty monotone usually. And it's all in the body language. Like most of my expressivity comes in the body language. Maybe possibly like a 3D VTuber would work better. Like if it could see my movement. Well, I do the movement as if to show you, but you can't see it. Maybe that would detect better, I don't know. But also like definitely if I go 3D, I would have to commission someone for it because I can do it myself when there's drawing involved, but modeling, no. I had to do some modeling when I was in college, because I was like in a computer graphics course with the web design special web design classes, pretty much. I went web design, but the full course was computer graphics, so I had to learn to model a bit in the first year. And I really hated it. I really hated it. I was awful at this. It was very unpleasant because well, it's mostly the fault of the professors, because they had this very elitist mindset. So they made the course unpleasant on purpose because they wanted to keep only the the elite. They said it themselves. They only wanted the elite. Even though most of us would not pick 3D for the following years, so it was a bit of a waste, but... Anyway, hi Sky! Graphic design, yeah, specifically graphic design on computers. So really it's more computer graphics. That's why I said computer graphics, because it also evolved depending on what you picked on the second and third years. Like some of them went into programming, which still counted for the same diploma. So it's more computer graphics. Alright, I think I've got all the fur. Looks like it. Save. Right, I'm keeping an eye on when the next ad break is. And that way I will, when it comes in like 8 minutes, I will take a little break to go to the toilet and pick me some snacks. Alright, the horns. This. Maybe I should move this here actually for some of the... Whoops. Oh, well, I guess this works. There we go. There's so much area on screen. Also, hold up. I need to fix some of the cropping here. Maybe 20? There we go. That's better. Because you could see a little bit of my UI. You have breakfast? Nice. Have a good breakfast. Spaghetti and garlic bread. That's not what I usually would eat for breakfast, but that looks very tasty though. That sounds tasty. Hey! Sky on the 3 stream streak, let's go! I can hear in the background, I can hear the kittens being mischievous. I hope they are not destroying anything. They probably aren't, but I can tell they're being mischievous, especially the male. Like Spiro, he's a mischievous little shit. And I say that with a lot of love and affection. He's always getting into places he shouldn't be. Like garbage cans and pulling out whatever he can find. You're gonna hop off? Alright! Enjoy your breakfast. Am I on the right before I do anything? What did I name it? Oh, I did not name it, that's why. So that's why you should name all your layers. Or you get confused. I have 5 minutes and then I will take a break while the ads run. So I can get myself some snacks and all that. And some self-care. What did I... There we go. I'm pressing buttons left and right that I should not be pressing. Yeah, for this one, I'm using a bit of an ancient technique called the paint bucket. Oh, nice. Dreams of an absolution. Alright, looks like ads are coming in. So I'm going to take a little break real quick. And I will see you in like 5 minutes or so. So I can go to the toilet and get myself some snacks. Be right back!
my dream of an absolution. 'Cause every night I will make it right, and every night I will come to you. But every night it just stays the same in my dream of an absolution. And you'll see what will be, what will be. And you'll see all you can, all you can be. Every night, and every night, I will dream, I will dream. And you'll see, this is my dream. Every night, I'll always dream.
I have returned with an apple. With a tasty little apple. Oh, I know why my cropping is messed up. Hold on, let me lock. Where do I do that? There we go. Locked this. You thought you were in a voice chat with me. Surprise! I'm in your voice chat somehow. What did I want? Alright, fix the cropping again. Much. Okay, like this. Thank you. Hey, the be right back screen is where you're supposed to hydrate the most. You're supposed to hydrate all the time, but it's a good reminder. Well, you were halfway there. Almost there. Just needed to take the sip also. That apple is a little bitter. It's not the same variety as usual. Because there was no more of the other one at the grocery store. This one is okay, but it's a little more bitter. Alright, which part of the shirt was I on? The cherry. The cherry. The nice thing about Ari making pixel art is that it's very easy to color pick on her art. So long as I don't have a quickly taken screenshot from my computer. Because Twitch will mess up those pixels, but the art she gave me, that's really nice. Nice and pixelated. Alright, cherry 1 for the branch, or whatever it's called, the stem. No, I don't want Iblis Phase 3. Next. Something a little more festive. Well, quote-unquote festive. Eggman Expo has such a fun soundtrack as well. I mean, in my humble opinion, Crossroads just does not have a single miss. Some people don't like the dubstep part of the Apotos remix, but that's my favorite part actually, because I love dubstep. But yeah, I like everything they've given us. Oh, I got the wrong purple here. That's no good. No gusta. Suicide Hill, yay! Alright, I think I've got all the base colors put down. Let me see if I missed anything. Yeah, I think I've got it all. Let's save. So we can get onto the shading. Which I have to remind myself must be minimal. Keep it simple. Man, I love this brush. I've tried other brushes, but this one just really is perfect. I can't even remember how I got to how it works now. Because originally it was a brush I downloaded, but then I heavily modified it. And now it's like that. And it's exactly what I need. Let's add in some of the magical purple. And on that, that's the wrong tool. I will add in this. I think that might be a little too big. I know this area is too small, so I won't add it. This at least on the tail. Looks nice on the tail. Which one is this? Dark blue. Hold on, I'm going to open one of the plushies so I see directly how I've done the shading. And let's be careful not to open up anything I should not be showing on stream. There we go. I don't need to color pick anymore, so I'm going to put birch here. Yeah, I kept it simple. Just have to remember to add in the lights afterwards. First, the shadows. I hope I won't be having any problems with the trains Wednesday. Because I do need to be in the capital for my interview, but the train workers decided to to go on strike again next week. Just when I need to go take the train, of course. I mean, they absolutely should be going on strike. But also I need to get there if I want to get a job someday. But at least, like, motivation is a huge factor for how they recruit. So I hope they will notice that I went all the way from my little village to the capital during a train strike just for them, just for this job. I better recognize that. And like, it was the same thing last time as well, like. Like the last time I had to go to the capital again for one of their tests, for the aptitude tests. There wasn't a strike, but there was a strong... Well, there was a big storm. There were trees all over the roads. And I still went. They better recognize my efforts. Oh yeah, I need to eat my apples. Even if it's not as sweet as I would like, it's still good enough. And let's make the eyes big and shiny. I'll put it over the line art. Because I'm a bit limited to the inside of the eye if I go under it. Then maybe here? Let's see. I think that's cute. Big shiny eyes. Maybe here? I do like that. I like that. Next step, the main, where I really have to control myself. Oops. But yeah, I've actually been asked before if I did commissions for those little plushies. And my sister was like, you know, you should just make commissions for these. And then I forgot. Yeah, I should add those to my VGen. Don't know what to name them though, like holdable plushies? Like as VTuber assets or something, I don't know. I do not know. It's really hard to control myself with the shading here. Because it's everything I like shading. Fluffy stuff. Fluffy stuff. The Fantasy Star Online OST, of course, does not miss either. But I don't know what it sounds like in the newer titles. I only know... Well, the only one I've played is episode 3. And the only OST I've listened to are episodes 1, 2, and 3. Like, for example, I don't know what kind of soundtrack the MMO RPG has, for example. I should give it a listen sometime. Just to see. Okay, let's not forget the fur on the tail and stuff as well. And some of the magic purple, of course, always. It's crazy how much a little purple just changes everything. I'm still keeping an eye on the fan game remake of... Well, remaster, I think it's more like... of Sonic and the Secret Rings. Because I do want to like it. But in its vanilla form, even without motion controls is still not ideal. Like, for example, what bothers me the most is the story progression. Where you have so many quests to do and you have no idea which ones will move the story forward. And like Sonic and the Black Knight did something similar, but at least they made it clear when a quest would advance the story. And that was a huge improvement. And of course, the story was a little more involved in Sonic and the Black Knight, but still, I want to like Sonic and the Secret Rings. Look at this little cutie. I'm going to bite my apple again. Alright, onto the horns. Well, the horn. The other one is hidden behind the mane. One day I will play Stellar Blade. Because it is a game that looks very interesting. And I've heard a lot of good from it. Though granted, some of it was just about how pretty the protagonist is, which is valid, but you know, I'm more interested in what the story is. But nothing wrong with having a pretty protag, you know? So long as the game is not entirely about that. Because then I'm not as interested. I need some story with my pretty people. But I do enjoy my pretty people. I'm locked in right now. Alright, I've got all the shading done. Now let's not forget the lights. Because I do tend to forget about those.
Drink up.
You got it, non-binary cat dad. I am drinking some gamer juice. Yummy. And taking another bite of my apple. I was like, why is this so yellow? I forgot to put the layer effect. Apple ASMR, such a satisfying crunch. Well, I hope you don't hear the chewing at least. Because I know personally, I really hate hearing mouth noises. You know what would be very funny? If I finished this before Ari wakes up. I'm not sure which time zone she's in. But it would be very funny if I finish this before she wakes up and then I drop this in her DMs. Like, hey, good morning, here's a plushie. Also, non-binary cat dad getting highlighted. It doesn't show on my chat widget. But it's there in spirit. Actually, did you even... Maybe it's just about the... Yeah, I've got weird settings, so I don't see chat highlights. Yeah, I just realized you meant the art. Because it's happened a few times where people redeemed like the highlighting chat messages. And I just didn't realize until I saw my activity feed on Twitch. Because my settings are a little weird. There we go! This one is a highlight. There we go, I think I'm good with the highlights. So all we need now is to color the line art, which is pretty easy. I just put it in that shade of purple and then I change the layer to multiply. Boom. Glorious. Let's move her around a bit. That way we see a little bit of the clothes, but I have to be careful about the shoulders here. And you see a bit of the footsies. Well, let's export that. Where did I put it? There we go, export that. Yippee! Looks super good, thank you. And now let's add this to my model. Okay, I'm going to preemptively save, so I will freeze, don't worry about it. And then import the new sprite. Go pick up the Ari plushie. Yes. Okay, I'm going to pause movement for a while. I will no longer be moving. I have frozen in time. You can see how much work the the little jumping around does for the expressivity of my model. Alright, there it is. Move that. Come on, scroll faster. Scroll faster. Whoops. There. That's going to look a little weird. Because I have to program her as a cycle asset. Cycle asset, cycle 1. Okay, this might be a little wonky. Let me see. Let's see, how else did I program? What if I hide her and then... Okay, cycles are a little... Yeah, it's more of an art than a science, really. Ah, there it is. Well, I made her a little bigger than the rest. I might have to scale her down a little. I'm sorry, Ari. I made you too powerful. But I do need you to fit in my arms. Okay, let's put Birch behind as a reference for size. Yeah, I think this should be a little better. I made her too powerful. Okay, let's try again. You really get to see the behind the scenes in these things. Replace sprite. Alright, she got moved around, that's fine. That happens when you re-import sprites. There she is. And in theory... Yeah, obviously she's got that beautiful mane. But she fits. I'm going to save my model. Version 2.4.0. I think that's a nice thing. There we go. And I am no longer frozen in time. I am going to give her the plushie in her DMs as promised. Look at this cutie patootie. There we go. So she will have a little surprise when she wakes up. Yeah, that's the beauty of my playlist being on shuffle. That you could barely hear the previous song and then this one comes in. Sonic Rush comes in. Banger alert! It really is. Alright, I did the plushie. What else would I do? That would take less than an hour. Oh! I do have emotes I need to do. I do need to finish those emotes at some point. Like, I have a few emotes that I was planning to do and that I never did. I also had a list. There we go. I can close these. These look familiar. They sure do. Yeah, I've done 4 of these. Which one should I do next? Let me pick up one of the original files for my other... Just so I have the right size. You can see the full-size pet. The full-size pat. Okay, so 1000 pixels. Yeah, I draw on pretty big canvases. The yay or the EP? Maybe I can do the yay first. And then if I have time, I will do the EP as well. I can close that. And keep this to the side. Whoops, so I've got some reference. And this down here. What color will be the party hat? Rainbow? Yeah, I think rainbow is nice. I like rainbows. Not just for gay reasons, obviously. Oh, what's this smell? Hold on. Let me check real quick. It smells like smoke. And there's smoke outside. So I'm going to look real quick where it comes from. I'll be right back. Alright, I've returned. And speaking of fire, there's no fire, it's fine. Well, there's technically a fire, but it's a controlled fire. Basically, they're burning branches somewhere in the neighborhood. Because there was a lot of wind recently and there was a bunch of sticks all over the place. So they're just burning branches. There's no there's no fire. It's just that it smells very strongly because it's wood. It's burning wood. Ah, Hank Castle. Great song. Right, I might do trans colors for the little hat actually. Because I've already got the Pride rainbow on my love emote. Like this one. I've already got the Pride colors here. So I'm gonna put the the trans colors on the hat. I think this is nice. Whoops. Oh, I think most of my emotes have the summer design, don't they? Do they even have any body actually? No. Yeah, I wanted to see if I put the fall clothes, like the sweater. No, I'm going to keep the summer outfit, at least for this one, because I want the paw pads exposed. Because I like the little... I like the little paw pads. And as you can see, my fall/winter outfit has gloves. I might need to move the hat a little higher so it's properly on the ear. Then lower the whole thing. Oops. Which brush did I use for these? Looks like it's my usual brush. Yeah, it needs to be much bigger though. That should be enough. Let me save this real quick. You never know. The big mouth. And the little teeth. Okay, now I have to look at it when it's very small. I think it can work. I might need to lower it a little bit again. And then make the hat a little taller. Let me take a little sippy. Oh, my bongo cats got moved. I just realized. Hold on, let me lock this. And then move this a little higher up. There we go. And then lock this. You know what I forgot? I forgot the nose. I can't believe this. I was like, there's something missing. It was my nose. How do you forget that? I have no idea. You know, sometimes you get a little distracted. Fingies, yes. The little teeth. Pointy little teeth. Let's put in the base color for the hat. No, I didn't forget the fur in the ear. What do you mean? I keep getting distracted. Alright, the best way to see if the emotes work at this size is to just make them. Which tab was it in? The Twitch dashboard is so bad. It's terrible. Nothing is where you think it is. Where are my emotes? Where are the emotes? There they are. Alright, so I have to make a choice here. Because I have no more space for 3 follower emotes. But I want this emote to be free. Maybe I can put the square as a subscriber emote. Yeah, I might do that. So the square as a subscriber. And then I will put this one as a follower emote. Right. Export that. Import that. Huh, I didn't even need to wait for the emote to be approved. That's weird. I don't know how Twitch decides which emotes should be reviewed. I mean, I'm not going to complain. Because it means I can test it right away. It might not show directly. Let me test this. Oh, it's not showing in the chat, but it's showing in my widget. There it is. I think I might still give it the sweater though. Because when it's really small, it's still on teal. With the paws up. See, that's the nice thing with having multiple outfits. I can just pick whichever is more convenient. I'm going to fix the coloring real quick. Hello, Buzzing Weevil. Welcome in. I'm fixing my new emote real quick. The color isn't exactly the same. The color. The thing here. It's not exactly the same as on my model, but it's a small emote anyway. It's fine. It looks good. Nice. Thank you. And then this one. Yeah, I think it will be easier to see with the dark blue. Alright, let's try again. Hello, Harry! Surprise! You got plushified! How dare you? Get plushified! It's part of my evil plan. Alright, so I guess to fix the emote I have to delete it and then re-upload it. So let's do that. And once again, it didn't need to be reviewed. The detailed hat makes you happy. Yay! Oh, it's still the old version on my widget. I'll see if I can maybe reset my chat widget. Try again. Okay, no, we have to wait for Twitch to update it. But you've still got the old version in the meantime. But I do think it's easier to see with the sweater. Alright, what time is it? Almost 5. Almost 5, so I might be tempted to end stream here. Since I did do the plushie and then an emote. The little Harry plushie. So fluffy. But yeah, I think this is a good time. This is a good time to end stream. And Harry got to react in real time. All according to my evil plan. To plushify as many people as possible. Okay, I'm going to add a check mark. Yeah. And close this and close this. Oops. There we go. This stream's work. Yay! And looks like it updated on Twitch but not on my widget. Let me refresh the widget. I will see if now it works. No, but that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, the hat is difficult to see at a small size. I will have to look into that as well. Because I do want to keep the colors. I do like the twins colors, but when it's small, it's a bit too similar to the rest of the colors, since they're light colors. Maybe slightly thicker outline, that might work. You can see a little bit better. Alright, let's try again. There we go. Alright, but anyway, thank you for coming. I will try to do more art streams in the future. Like, I haven't been doing a lot lately. And I think it would be fun. And like, it doesn't have to be always for the stream either. It doesn't have to be always plushies or emotes. It can be regular art. I just have to pick art that is Twitch friendly. Because currently I don't draw a lot of stuff that is Twitch friendly. But it's fine, it's fine. Oh my! Listen, I'm a grown adult. But it's fine, it's fine. It is fine. But yeah, for now, I just remembered I had that that Sonic and Shadow kissing poster. But yeah, the next step will be to spruce up this room a little more. To add in some furniture, decorations, maybe some plants. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, thank you all for coming. I'm going to see if there's someone we can raid. I don't know if there's a lot of people streaming at this time of day.
Let me see. Let me see. Let me see.
Who is streaming? Oh, Glocky is streaming. And let's see who in my following. Yeah, I'm not sure I ever actually raided Glocky. Maybe I did it once. So I might go ahead and... Do we want more art? I mean, it can be anything. Like, Glocky is co-working, apparently. Spirit City. Interesting. Yeah, we can give Glocky a little visit. I think it would be nice. There we are. Yeah, thank you all for coming. It was nice as always. And I will see you well tomorrow. Tomorrow I will be doing more Sonic Superstars. I don't know how long the game is actually. I have legitimately no idea. I don't know how close I am to the end. But we'll see. It's also a fun game, so off we go. Bye bye.